out of, they're taking the hoop out the hood, right?
Yeah.
Fitting it in favor of fitness ball. That's my guy coined the phrase.
So we're gonna watch a video real quick. And then we gonna let Sean cook when we get back from the video, because I know he's ready to go. He locked and loaded. So we're gonna hear from Sean as soon as we come back from the video. And then we're gonna get into a couple of articles. And then Bob Huggins, one of the best coaches, Bob Huggins, he's got some really interesting things to say about this in an article for, I believe it's The Athletic, that we're going to go over in relation to this as well. It's very interesting. Let's check this out. Give me a sec to pull this video up. We got some quotes by Kobe. We got some quotes by We got some quotes by Gilbert Arenas. And we also have some quotes by Robert Horry. This is a good one. Let's get into this real quick. What did I title this? Jeez Louise. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, here we go. Check this out.
Okay.
In the bonus.
System and the way American players are brought up.
Not pretty cool. Extremely cool. I hate it. Because it doesn't teach our players how to play the right way. How to think the game, how to play in combinations of threes. I think everything is it's a reward system. I think coaches who are teaching the game are getting rewarded one fashion or another, and it's just a showcase.
Do you feel like
it's absolutely horrible for the game?
The young guys that are coming up, do you feel like the game is kind of stiff, whereas when your guys were more skilled?
Yeah, but I think that was just by luck in the generation that I grew up in. You know what I mean? Because like my generation is when the AAU basketball really started becoming shit. You know, and I got lucky because I grew up in Europe.
Right.
And, everything here was still fundamental. So I learned all the basics. And I think we're doing a tremendous disservice to our young basketball players right now. That's something that definitely needs to be fixed, and it's going to be one of the things that I definitely focus on.
What do you think of Dame?
AAU and all that shit destroys a lot of it. It spoils the kids. That's why the game is fucked up. That's why it's a gimmick game now. I felt as though with AAU, a lot of these kids are one facet. Either I could dribble the shit out the ball, I'm fast and get to the rim. I'm a good shooter. I'm athletic. I could block a shot. I'm athletic. I can catch anything within a 5-foot radius of the rim. It's all, a lot of these kids are one facet. But what I always tell guys when I work them out, no matter high school or college, I'm like, look, the easiest way to make the league is play defense.
I hate AAU basketball. I'm gonna leave it at that. I hate it. Because there's a lot of coaches that are exploiting these kids to try to get a payoff one day. It's good in some sense, but a lot of these AAU coaches are in it for themselves. I know for a fact, my son playing on the AAU team, my ex-wife kind of got mad at me because I cursed the coach out. Because he was just in it to try to make his son better, and his son pretty much was the worst guy on the team. So I hate AAU basketball. I think it exploits these kids. I wish they would just do something other, like play baseball or another sport, so they not get worn down. That's why you see so many of these kids get hurt so easily now, because they overwork. They're worn. I'm sorry. I get off that horse. I'm gonna get off that soapbox now.
Doc
Get
Rivers,
rid of all the Europeans. You go to college to learn defense. Yeah. What college do Europeans go to? I'm with you, no. They have no athleticism, right? They have no speed, no jumping ability. They are a liability on defense. There's 150 Euros in the league today. Name the top 10 defenders. They took away aggression to open up the Euro League. When they first started getting here, it was too rough for them. Mm-hmm. And they didn't make it. They didn't make it, right? So eventually, they softened the rules. They didn't soften the rules for the Americans. They softened the rules to open it up international. This is not our league. This is not the American style. This is the Euro style.
All right.
And I said that.
Taking the hoop out the hood.
Rube. Hey, look.
Yeah.
You know, I sent Big. Get Luck to send you some of the stuff that I've been talking about the footwork. Av, you know too. I know your boy is young and you've seen it on the court yourself in street ball. They are walking. They might as well go to Farmingdale for aeronautics, astronomicals, or whatever. Serious. I'm gonna leave that at that because I know I got a short time period. And
no, rock out, bro. This is your segment, man. We love it. We got a lot of response when we put the video out. So we want you to go ahead and go ham and eggs on this one. Do your thing, and then we'll contribute after you're done. Go ahead.
When Sabonis, no, that's way after. When Sarunas Marciulionis, Drazen Petrovic, that's the shrimp. The Euro was a one and done deal. Show the ball, go to hoop. 2 steps. These boys is doing do-si-do. I'm about to break dance real quick. Come back, and what's the name? That's why I mentioned my man from the Rockets. He used to play what's name? Harden.
Okay.
He got that 3-step from the Euro League.
Oh, didn't know that.
It's a 3-step rule in the Euro League.
Yeah.
You
I
can
see the 3-step rule. Yeah.
You can but they do it like this. They bounce it twice while they stepping back. Wow. See, he's not doing it right. He's taking 1 bounce. And he's taking 2 steps like he about to, like we in the liquor house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a 2 bounce deal. You hit it twice. You could do it in any league. Jermaine Sack used to do it. Bounce it back hard twice, and he's stepping back, and then he shoot the basketball and goes. Now, as far as these fundamentals, right? America is lacking fundamentals. It is business ball. It's Adam Silver ball now. Whatever is the deal is what trickles down to the AAU. And the AAU guys who are dweebs, they look, oh man, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. But they're not showing nobody nothing. They're the coach. Like I can go and I can fill out an application and I can say, yeah, I know basketball. I can hold a practice, tell them to run up and down the court a few times, put some cones out there, and talk to them and say, yeah, how is your mom doing? Is all right? How's your dad doing? Okay, tell them you're going to start tomorrow. That's it. It's not the game that we came up with. It's not the game where the coach look at us and be like, man, you don't know how to play no damn ball. Well, all right. I'll where you be at? I'll come watch you. You know what I'm saying? It's none of that no more.
Right.
It's none of that no more. You know what I'm saying? It's not Salvation Army all the way up to JV or varsity. It's none of this. It's no Riverside Church type thing. They don't go by that tradition anymore. It's no hard work. The last person, and I'm going to let y'all go ahead and get it in on that. The last person who ever trained a child hard that's in the NBA now is Ja Morant. Superstar in the league right now is Ja Morant's father, Usher Raymond's cousin. That's it. He's the last one. The very last one. I'm talking about grassroots, like jumping on top of 2 and 3 truck tires. If you can't do this today, yeah, see that right there? You see that right there? These kids is in elementary school doing that. This is recess. You see that Chinese stuff? That's recess. What that man is showing you right there, that's recess. I promise. I sent Luck many things on Messenger. That's recess. There you go.
That's crazy.
That's recess.
That is insane.
That ain't gym class. That's recess.
So what's interesting about that video is they're showing what the Asian kids are doing before school, and then they're showing what the American kids are doing before school.
Yeah. That's insane.
And they're worried about rainbow flags and whatever else.
Right.
And then the Asian kids are working it out. Now, I'm not trying to say that that's no panacea, but I just wanted to put it out there. What's actually happening.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Because they're looking like, okay, you can do anything. If this is what you want to do, you can do this. If you want to run a restaurant, this is what you're going to do. If you want to be this business person, this is what you want to do. If you want to do engineering, man, Luck, please send him stuff. You and Ab too. Send him that stuff. You'll be like, wow, for real.
Now, it's gonna happen because you know what, Sean? We got, like, even with me, I got my double dribble segment. So some of that stuff I'm saving for that too. We're gonna spread it across. We're gonna spread it across because you know what? This to me, you know, and I want to stay with what you guys brought up tonight about taking the hood out the hoops and vice versa. You could take you could spin that. You know, it's so funny. That title is a great title because even if you reverse it, it's still like something that is a matter of fact. You could say they're taking the hoop out the hood, or you could also say they're taking the hood out the hoop. You know, in reverse order, they both make plain perfect sense. This is what they're doing. Yeah. It's a dual maneuver that's happening and it's unsaid. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because you think about where ball started, you know? Ball really was for the rich. It just leaked into the cities. It just leaked into the cities. Yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I heard that ball was something that they did for recreation for when I believe the baseball season was out. So they say when baseball season was out, basketball was the thing that the baseball players was doing to stay in shape.
Yeah,
at some point in time.
When Naismith invented basketball, it was to find a sport in between baseball and football to keep the athletes in shape.
Yeah, crazy, right? So,
because Naismith is what, from Yale or Harvard? Yale?
No, I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good question.
Yeah, because and
but you know, like I love the topic because that, you know, I'm being enlightened right now because I'm watching things go on in the NBA, and everybody know I'm a harsh critic for these what I call the ref travel. You know what I'm saying? I can't say enough about the ref travel because that's what I'm calling it. Every time I see it, every time I see a guy shove like even Ant-Man. I was watching the game yesterday. Ant-Man hit a 3-pointer from the logo, right? But Ant-Man took 2 tiny steps before he hit that shot. He caught the pass, and it's like muscle memory. He can't help himself. None of them can help themselves. None of the dudes who are in their 20s in the NBA. You know what I mean? Like I see some of the 30-year-olds, they still respect the idea of a travel violation a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I see some 30-year-olds that abuse it. And I'm looking at them like, yo, you guys know better. When I see LeBron James take 5 steps to the bucket, and I counted it, 5 steps, and still missed the layup. I'm like, what is going on out here? Y'all got our goats doing this crap. You should have blown the whistle and saved him from embarrassing himself. If you'd have not swallowed the whistle and blew the whistle King James would have still looked royal and not finished the move altogether. But they don't blow the whistle. The man take 5 steps and missed the damn layup. I'm like, this is ridiculous, man. Like, what's going on? I call that the ref travel. I coined the phrase. It's on this show. It's the ref travel. Every time they don't blow their whistle, it's the ref travel. And I'm putting out 1-minute joints on YouTube. I'm raining terror on it, man. I'm gonna be part of that culture that makes that stuff illegal again. This is tearing up the fabric of the league. Now, to get back to the topic, I went on my rant. We're talking about them taking Hood out the hoop, right? I didn't know that this came from the Euro League, from whatever FIBA, whatever y'all call that, because I don't even watch it.
Yeah.
Y'all are educating me because I don't watch that league, right? So I didn't know it came from there. So you're telling me that it's written, best of your knowledge, it's written in their rules that they could take 2 steps without dribbling to shoot a jumper? Am I hearing you correctly?
For as long as they remember some of the stuff that I was sending you where the guys was fumbling with the ball and they can do all this, they can go as far as they want to. They could be juggling like they juggling the ball and they go far as they want to. And I'm like, yo, bro, either you played overseas and was with this, or you making this bullshit up, man. Yo, this Moon Patrol, like Atari 2600 Moon Patrol. Doom, 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 doom.
Hey, man.
I'm sorry to be so.
Come on through. And let us know
please come through with it. Because I know.
Give us your opinion on taking hoop out the hood, man. What's up?
I mean, as far as well, let's talk about AAU because nobody talked about AAU yet.
Mm-hmm.
AAU. So, like, as far as AAU, and I don't want to paint too, use a super broad paintbrush because there are some good coaches, there are some good programs. You know what I mean? I was lucky enough to get involved in initially before, because it was a learning process. My son got lucky and got with one of the more grounded ones. But it's kind of like, there are coaches that they get a player and they're gonna, instead of their goal at that level to be to improve that player, that goal at that level is to win and to further themselves, further their program, further their brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember one instance, my son, he was athletic. You know what I'm saying? He's athletic. You know what I mean? He's not my height. He's 5'9", 5'10". And they would have, one coach wanted to have him playing in the front court because he would get a lot of rebounds. I'm like, nah, this dude's a guard, bro. Then you're teaching him power forward stuff. Small, you know what I'm saying? He's not, 2 years from now, he's not going to be playing in the front court. You know what I'm saying? He needs to learn how to run a pick and roll. He needs to learn, you know what I'm saying, point guard stuff. You know what I mean? Just because he could jump doesn't mean that that's where he should be. You know what I mean? Now that did help. That would help his team. You know what I'm saying? But is that the goal when you're 8 years old, 9 years old? You know what I'm saying? And there is a lot of madness going on at AAU, but it's at this point it's almost a necessary evil because for scouting, yes, high school games matter. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times the light is shown more on these travel teams, on the AAU teams, because that's where the best players are at. You know what I'm saying? The star players. You know what I mean? As opposed to your high school team, unless you're like super competitive on a national level, this is gonna, your top 6-7 players are ballers, and then the rest is made out of who's at the school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whereas your AAU players, if you're paying to be there, unless you're invited there by the coach. 9 out of 10 players are paying to be there. So these are the dudes that want to play college ball. You know what I'm saying? That are serious about it. And that's where and a lot of money is involved, shoe contracts and whatnot. And that's where the BS comes in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily a learning situation. You know what I mean? When the real money comes in, it becomes a money situation. You know what I mean? And it becomes like, y'all remember Julian Newman?
Julian.
I heard
him.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Dude, he was on like the Tonight Show, and he was a little kid, man. He was like 7 years old. He was playing ball like before middle school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he was on all these shows or whatever. He got to high school age, and his dad started a prep school, so this dude could be the start of the team. And if you watch YouTube and whatever, and you know, back at that time, and you seen the clips, you're like, wow, this little kid is nasty. He's you know,
yeah.
If you go watch a game, bro, he was trash. He was trash. But his dad started the school. His dad was his coach, and basically he was on the team, taking 40 shots a game from wherever, pounding the ball all damn game. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And he didn't grow, so you know he didn't get to play college ball or whatever. But that's like and not to call this dude's name out and to put him on blast, but that's kind of like what's the a synopsis or what the problem is, y'all.
Right.
You know, as far as this recruiting process, as far as like what's going on.
Like Doc Rivers' son. He was okay, man. If he'd have played defense, like listen, man. What's old boy name that they keep on talking bad about? Who his last team was the Clippers. I forget his name.
Paul
offhand. No. The one that I think he played for Chicago. He played in the Chicago high school thing. He averaged 30 points.
Patrick
Beverly. Patrick Beverly's deal was just like Luck deal was. Play defense. You can play in this NBA league. But he was a 30. Man, he's like what, top 2 in Chicago history in scoring.
In Chicago.
Scoring.
Yeah. In the NBA, he might not score 10 points, but he's
no, because he don't want to.
Yeah, he's locking up.
And he played all over the world before he got there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's real crazy because, you know, like, there were nights when I would watch Patrick Beverly because, you know, I start to wonder, okay, how good this guy really is because I know he can play defense like crazy. And I see him bring the ball down court, and I can tell he got a handle on him. And I'm saying to myself, I see him score the bucket a few times here and there, like he might score 15, score 10. And I'm like, why this guy don't just explode? Because when he's putting his mind to it, they can't guard him.
No one in the league.
Forget the shenanigans. Like, he really could play. I can see he can play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he'll have 8 assists along with 5 steals.
Right.
15 points.
Yeah.
That's why he left.
Yeah.
So,
that's why he
let me intervene real quick. ESPN did a series on this right here. Playground basketball is dying. And they interviewed some legendary hoopers that went to the Rucker and the Philly Parks and the Chicago Parks and the Cali Parks, and they were all talking about their particular, and they have little clips. I can't read it all, but what I will do is I'll talk about what Bob Huggins said right here because I want to get Sean and Av's opinion on this. Bob Huggins talks AAU versus playground hoops. You better be wise to listen to him. So this is one of the quotes out of that article. I'll just read it real quick. Quote, I don't think they know how to play, Huggins said. It isn't their fault, he says. But it's the reality of the times. I think they play all of the time, but they don't, Huggins said. It's kind of long and complicated, and I'm not trying to kill AAU because I think it has some good. But I think when you used to have to go to the playground and play,